Good morning, dear friends. Now, in last lecture, we started with drugs acting on autonomic nervous system. Already we discussed that near about 4 chapters are going to be included under autonomic nervous system. In last lecture, we completed first chapter, that is sympathomimetic drugs or adrenergic drugs. Definition, classification, that is catecholamines and non-catecholamines. Now from today, we start with the second chapter, that is sympatholytic drugs. Sympatholytics, or also called as adrenergic blocking agents. Sympatholytic agents or adrenergic blocking agents. Remember that lytics, these are the blockers. बरेच वेळा काय होणार आहे की define and classify adrenergic drug or sympathomimetic drug. Sympathomimetic म्हणजे तो मागचा चॅप्टर. Sympatholytics, what is going to be important? Lytics, that is blockers. That these are the agent which blocking action of sympathetic nervous system stimulation. कि जी naturally sympathetic system stimulation होणार है त्याला block करेल, और these drug block action of exogenously administered catecholamines action or sympathomimetic drug action is going to be blocked. That agent that is to be called as sympatholytic agents or adrenergic blocking agent. Very simple, that these are the pharmacological agent which block natural stimulation of sympathetic nervous system, or those drug blocking exogenously administered catecholamine action. That agent that is to be called as sympatholytic agent or also called as adrenergic blocking agent. Now these adrenergic blocking agents divided or classified into 4 types. There are 4 types according to mechanism of action. These agents classified into 4 types according to mechanism of action, that how these agents block sympathomimetic action or adrenergic drug action. So according to mechanism of action, there are 4 types of sympatholytic drug. In that first type, that those agents act by blocking receptor combination. That adrenergic receptor combination, these agents when given by blocking adrenergic receptor produces adrenergic blocking action. So there are 2 types of adrenergic receptor. One that is to be called as alpha blockers, and second one that is to be called as the beta blockers. Already we completed that alpha receptors and beta receptor. So these agents, that first type of sympatholytic agent act by blocking adrenergic receptor. Now adrenergic receptors are 2 types, alpha and beta. Therefore there are 2 types, alpha blockers and beta blockers. That those agents blocking only alpha receptor action. जिथे जिथे alpha receptor असतील त्या action काय केल्या जातील, block केल्या जातील. Therefore called as alpha blocking agent. These alpha blockers again divided into various types. In that first type, that is naturally ergot alkaloid compound obtained from ergot plant and used as a sympatholytic drug, that is natural ergot alkaloid compound. Example, ergotamine and ergotamine. Ergotamine and ergotamine. That is natural ergot alkaloid compound, ergotamine and ergotamine. Second type, that is beta haloalkyl amine compounds. Chemically it contain beta haloalkyl amine compounds and used as sympatholytic agent. Example, phenoxybenzamine and phenoxydibenzamine. Third type under alpha blocking agent, that is imidazoline derivative. Those molecules containing imidazoline nucleus, that is imidazoline derivatives. Example, prazosin. And fourth type, that is miscellaneous compound. Example, pentolamine. Isn't it? So this is the first type, that is alpha blocking agent. Sometimes they will be asked, instead of asking classification of adrenergic blocking agent or sympatholytic agent, that they will be asked classify alpha blockers and mention therapeutic uses of alpha blockers. So this is important one. Sometimes they will ask full classification, or specifically they will ask classify alpha blocker, mention therapeutic uses, classify beta blockers, mention therapeutic uses. So alpha blockers again divided into 4 types. That first one is natural ergot alkaloid compound, ergotamine and ergotamine compound. Second type, beta haloalkyl amine compounds, phenoxybenzamine and phenoxydibenzamine. dibenzamine. Then third type imidazoline derivatives, trazosine and miscellaneous compound, that is pentolamine. Then second type under receptor blocking agent, that is beta blocker. That these agents block beta receptor wherever beta receptors are going to present, that is beta 1 and beta 2 receptor blocking action, therefore called as beta blockers. In that first type, that is called as specific beta blocker. Specific beta blocker, that is blocking activity of isoprenaline. You know that alpha agonist, that is acting as what? Alpha agonist drug. Noradrenaline, that is alpha agonist. Beta agonist, that is isoprenaline, and both alpha beta agonist, that is adrenaline. Now when beta receptor specific beta blocker given, that blocking beta agonist action, that blocking isoprenaline action. So specific beta blockers, example tolerone, isn't it? So specific beta blocker, that blocking beta receptor activity, example timolol and sotalol. Second type, that is beta blocking activity plus membrane stabilizing effect, that blocking beta receptor action as well as specifically blocking membrane stabilizing effect, that is heart action, example propranolol, atenolol. Even in today's practice, these drugs are used in market, that is atenolol, Aten tablet available in market, Aten 25, Aten 50, then propranolol, that is Trednet Inderal tablet available in market, that by the mechanism that by blocking beta receptor plus produces membrane stabilizing effect. So example propranolol and atenolol. Third type, that is beta blocking activity, that blocking beta receptor plus membrane stabilizing effect plus partial antagonist activity, that partially block beta receptor action, that is partial antagonist activity. Example DCI, that is dichloroisoproterenol. And fourth type, that both alpha and beta receptor action blocking agent, example labetalol. This labetalol blocking whole action of adrenaline. Alpha and beta agonist, that is adrenaline. Sometimes they will as example. Give example of alpha beta agonist. So alpha beta agonist, that is adrenaline. Alpha beta antagonist. Alpha beta antagonist, example labetalol. That labetalol blocking both receptor alpha and beta. So this is antagonist, example labetalol. So this is the first type of sympatholytic agent, that those agents act by blocking adrenergic receptor combination. There are two types, alpha blockers and beta blockers. Alpha blockers, these are the four types, and beta blockers again, these are the four types. Second type of sympatholytic agent, that is those agents act by blocking transmission of impulses from preganglionic fiber to postganglionic fiber. Preganglionic to postganglionic. Already we completed that. Here there is suppose preganglionic fiber, ganglion and postganglionic fiber, and then effector cell. In case of sympathetic nervous system, there is a release of acetylcholine when passes through ganglion, and at the end of postganglionic sympathetic neurotic, there is a release of noradrenaline and adrenaline. Now here, this second type, that those that blocking transfer of impulses from preganglionic fiber to postganglionic fiber, and thereby inhibiting synthesis of noradrenaline and adrenaline. Example, that is guanethidine. This guanethidine, that is used as antihypertensive agent, and by blocking transmission of impulses from preganglionic fiber to postganglionic fiber, and thereby inhibiting release of noradrenaline and adrenaline. Thereby produces sympatholytic action. Third type, that those agents inhibit synthesis of adrenergic transmitter. Directly, naturally synthesis of adrenergic transmitter, that is natural synthesis of noradrenaline and adrenaline. In last lecture we completed that from tyrosine. This tyrosine, in presence of hydroxylase enzyme, converted into DOPA. DOPA, in presence of enzyme, converted into dopamine, then noradrenaline and adrenaline. So this synthesis, that those agents act by blocking synthesis of adrenergic transmitters, that is inhibiting synthesis of noradrenaline and adrenaline. Therefore, that the agent acting by inhibiting synthesis of adrenergic transmitters. Example, alpha methyl dopa. That alpha methyl dopa drug inhibiting synthesis of noradrenaline and adrenaline biosynthesis, and therefore produces produces sympatholytic action, example alpha methyl dopa. And last fourth type, that is called as catecholamine depleters, that inhibiting or decreasing the level of catecholamines, adrenaline, noradrenaline, dopamine level decreases, and therefore called as catecholamine depleters, example reserpine. That reserpine act by the mechanism that is inhibiting or depleting level of catecholamines. So these are the four types of sympatholytic agent or adrenergic blocking agent. So sometimes they may be asked for 4 marks. Define and classify sympatholytic agent or adrenergic blocking agent. These are the 4 types. Or they may be asked classify alpha blockers with example and mention therapeutic agent. Or classify beta blockers with example, mention therapeutic agent. So you should know. Or define and classify sympathomimetic agent or adrenergic drug. That is in last lecture we completed. There are 2 types, catecholamines and non-catecholamines. So question कुठला विचारला आहे तुम्हाला आधी बघायचं आहे. Sympathomimetic आहे का sympatholytic आहे. Mimetic, that is stimulating action, that is stimulation of adrenal rhythm nervous system, or sympathomimetic. While here sympatholytic, that is produces blocking action. So these are the 4 types of sympatholytic agent or adrenergic blocking agent. Now let us see first, that is those drugs act by inhibiting receptor combination, that is alpha blockers and beta blockers. Now these alpha blockers are used in treatment of as anti-hypertensive agent. Already we completed under Dallas vasomotor reversal action, that when adrenaline given, adrenaline, this is stimulation action. When alpha blocking agent like albuterol or albuterol given, it block alpha receptor and thereby produces hypotension. So thereby it produces vasodilation effect on peripheral blood vessel and used as anti-hypertensive agent. So alpha blocking agent, that is particularly albuterol, albuterol drug, even tolazolone drug, that is used as anti-hypertensive agent by producing vasodilation effect on blood vessel. In addition to this, alpha blocking agents are used in treatment of migraine, particularly albuterol and albuterol drug are used in treatment of migraine. What is migraine? Migraine, that is nothing but unilateral paroxysmal headache accompanied with nausea and vomiting. Generally that is migraine. In treatment of migraine, arbutamine, arbutoxin, even in today's practice, Vasopressin tablet, migraine tablet available in market, that is used in treatment of migraine. These drug produces constriction, vasoconstriction effect on cerebral blood vessel and thereby used in treatment of migraine. In addition to this, these agents are also used in treatment of pheochromocytoma. Alpha blocking agents are also used in treatment of pheochromocytoma. Pheochromocytoma, that is nothing but tumor of adrenal medulla. Whenever there is a increased release of or increased synthesis of adrenaline or adrenaline takes place, that accumulation leads to form tumor, and that tumor, that is to be called as pheochromocytoma. When alpha blocking agent given, it block action of alpha receptor and thereby used in treatment of pheochromocytoma, that is tumor of adrenal medulla. In addition to this, also used in treatment of vascular disease, particularly tolazolone used in treatment of vascular disease. So sometimes they will ask for 4 marks. Classify alpha blockers and mention therapeutic uses of alpha blockers. So very easy, if you understand pharmacological action, that alpha blocking agent, because of that blocking alpha receptor action of adrenaline or noradrenaline, produces vasodilation effect on peripheral blood vessel and thereby produces hypotension action, used in treatment of hypertension, that is used as anti-hypertensive agent. In addition to this, also used in treatment of migraine. Migraine, that is unilateral paroxysmal headache accompanied with nausea and vomiting. So particularly arbutamine and arbutoxin, these are the drug of choice in treatment of migraine. Also used in pheochromocytoma, that is tumor of adrenal medulla. When more release of noradrenaline and adrenaline takes place, that tumor formation, that is called as pheochromocytoma. So in treatment of pheochromocytoma, both alpha and beta blockers are effective. Then vascular diseases, particularly tolazolone drug, effective. Similarly, beta blocking agent. Now beta blockers are also used as anti-hypertensive agent, that is used in treatment of hypertension, particularly atenolol, timolol, sotalol. These drugs are used in treatment treatment of hypertension by blocking beta receptor activity, beta 1 receptor. Whenever there is a stimulation of beta 1 receptor occurs, increases heart rate and force of contraction. But when beta blocking agent, particularly atenolol, propranolol, these drugs given produces membrane stabilizing effect, produces beta receptor blocking action, and thereby used as anti-hypertensive agent. In addition to this, beta blockers are also used in treatment of angina pectoris. That is used as anti-angina drug in treatment of angina pectoris. This is because reduces myocardial oxygen requirement. These drugs, when beta blocking agent like propranolol, timolol drug when given to the patient, these drugs reduces myocardial oxygen requirement and thereby used in treatment of angina pectoris. In addition to this, beta blockers are also used as anti-arrhythmic agent, that is used in treatment of cardiac arrhythmia. Cardiac arrhythmia, that is nothing but irregularity in heartbeat. So, beta blocking agent, particularly by producing myocardial depression action, used in treatment of cardiac arrhythmia, that is used as anti-arrhythmic agent also. In addition to this, beta blocking agents are also used in treatment of pheochromocytoma, same as like alpha blocking agent. So these are what? These are the therapeutic uses of beta blocking agent. So sometimes they will ask full question that classify beta blockers with example and mention therapeutic uses of beta blockers, or instead of beta blockers they will ask alpha blockers, classification as well as uses, or they will ask full question that define and classify sympatholytic agent or adrenergic blocking agent with example. So remember that these are the therapeutic uses of alpha blocking agent, these are beta receptors. So beta blocking agents are used as in treatment of hypertension, that is used as anti-hypertensive agent because of vasodilation effect on peripheral blood vessel. Then also used in treatment of angina pectoris because of reducing myocardial oxygen requirement, used in treatment of angina pectoris. Also used in treatment of cardiac arrhythmia, that is irregularity heartbeat. This is because of myocardial depression action, and also used in treatment of pheochromocytoma, that is in tumor of adrenal medulla. So this is regarding beta blocking agent. Now these beta blocking agents are contraindicated, that it should not be given in bronchial asthma patient. You know that whenever there is a beta 2 receptor action take place, it produces relaxation effect on bronchial smooth muscle, and thereby adrenaline, that is the drug of choice in treatment of bronchial asthma. While beta blocking agent, these drugs when given by blocking beta receptor produces constriction effect on bronchial smooth muscle, means produces again difficulty in breathing. And if given to bronchial asthma patient, there is a severe difficulty in breathing occur, and therefore beta blocking agent are contraindicated, that it should not be given in treatment of bronchial asthma. In addition to this, beta blocking agents are also contraindicated in hypotension patient. These drugs should not be given to hypotension patient because of what? These drugs produces vasodilation effect. Already there is a lowering in blood pressure, and if beta blocking agent given, there is a severe hypotension effect of the patient may go in coma or cardiac arrest may take place. So sometimes they may ask due contraindication. Already we completed that adrenaline drug or catecholamine drug contraindicated in hypertension patient. While beta blocking agents are contraindicated, that it should not be given in bronchial asthma patient, as this agent is given causes bronchospasm. Bronchospasm, that is constriction of bronchial smooth muscle, and therefore beta blocking agents are contraindicated in bronchial asthma patient, should not be given to bronchial asthma. In addition to this, also contraindicated in hypotension patient because of vasodilation effect. So sometimes you supposed to remember that these questions simply they will ask that where beta blocking agent or give the drug contraindicated in bronchial asthma. So you should know that in bronchial asthma beta blocking agents are contraindicated. You name the drug contraindicated in hypertension. So adrenaline or adrenaline, that is contraindicated in hypertension patient. Name the drug contraindicated in hypotension patient. So you should know that beta blocking agents are contraindicated in hypotension patient. Or they will ask you example of beta antagonist. So beta antagonist, that is present in beta antagonist, propranolol, cyclosporine, or propranolol, atenolol. Give example of both alpha and beta antagonist. So So there is a laboratory. Give example of both alpha beta agonist. There is adrenaline. Beta agonist isoprenalin. Alpha agonist noradrenaline. So alpha antagonist, or give the example of alpha blocker or alpha antagonist. So you can write the example, that is prazosin, ergotamine, ergodoxine, viloxybenzamide. These drugs are used as alpha antagonist. So this is very short chapter, that is definition and classification of sympatholytic drugs or adrenergic drugs, alpha blockers classification, beta blocker classification, and therapeutic uses of both alpha and beta blockers. Or this is also important one, that where these drugs are contraindicated, that is beta blockers drugs should not be given in bronchial asthma and in hypotension patient. So this is regarding second chapter under autonomic nervous system. Up till now we completed 2 chapters. Now again we left 2 chapters under autonomic nervous system, that is parasympathomimetic drug or cholinergic drug, and another chapter, 4th chapter, that is parasympatholytics or anticholinergic drug. We will see next time. So thank you.